Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video. Today I created this very simple effect like a fireworks, but the main thing is I created this whole effect with a single emitter. If you'll see here in my Niagara system, I have just one single emitter and I am not using any event generator. So this will be a cool trick to use. So let's start this tutorial, and if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe it. If you like this video, like, share and comment, and let's start this tutorial.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So as you can see, this is a very simple thing, but you can do a lot of other thing with this if you will learn this trick today. So this is not actually a trick, but this is something maybe you never tried. So okay, so I have this, and let's call it fx and close this. Right click, take a Niagara, and this is your second. I'll put this original one on my pattern so you can check. So I'll name it test, that second one I'm creating. So you have this fountain right here. Okay, and in this fountain, first we have this velocity and it is gone. We can use it at point, and then we can just use a velocity like 100. I'll delete the gravity for now. Okay, so you have a velocity from point, and why it is working from here, and why particles emitting from here, because in my shape location we have the offset mode and it's taking the shape origin. So this is the origin, that's why particle is spawning from here. And why the velocity point from working from here, because in the velocity we have also origin, and that is a simulation portion that is also here. So we have two origins, particle spawning origin and velocity origin, and we can use a new location for these two origins, and that new location can be taken from any particle position. In this case I will just use the first particle because we have an execution ID. If I stop this and go to this and capture this, we have this air index. So you can see it has this like 0 to 141 right now, 141. So we can use this zero particle position every time for the spawning and for the velocity. So how do you do that? You can create a scratchpad module and you can call it first particle position. Simple position. And let me just make some space. Okay, we will take a reader here, then vector by index, and see this is the index ID I shown you here in the attribute spreadsheet. And if you just leave 0 here, it will take the first particle position. Just type here position and then make a vector custom, and this will be your first particle position. You can name anything and make it particle or stack or transient, and then connect it here. That's it. Hit apply. Now select, I'll move it here, and it is showing you error because you need to name the emitter name, and this is the fountain. Let's call it fx, shorter name, and then you can type the same name here and hit enter. Okay, and this is still working the same. So now in the shape location, I'll connect here my first particle position. You can select it and also you can search it here, first particle position, and drag it here. And then you can copy this thing and paste it on the velocity origin. And that's it. If I hit play, almost done. And now you can make it GPU and spawn a lot of particles, maybe 10,000 for now. And you see, you got the effect. So every time when first particle finishing the life, it again spawns, so it's changing the position every time it's finishing the life. Okay, so now you can use a color here and then curve like this. And now you can do one more thing in this module. You can take the execution index ID, and if this execution index ID equal to 0, if this is equal to 0, what I want to take this and take a float and then boolean. So if execution ID equal to 0, I want 1, otherwise 0. So I will have 0 and 1 value, and then you can use that float as your like if first particle. So if first particle, in this float you have the 1 value. If this is not true, then this will give you the 0, and you can make it particle. Hit apply. So now I want my first particle, the center of all these spheres, that should be brighter. So in the color, you can make this color scale a float and then use the lerp. So you can see in lerp we have 0.5 and then this. So if I make the B like 100, so 50% particle will be brighter, 50% will be 0. And if you make it like 0.1, then 10% will do that. But I just want my first particle, so I will connect here if first particle. So only the first particle will be brighter, you can see, and the rest of the particle are 0. So you can make the rest of the particle 1. So every particle will be the same color, but the first particle will be brighter, and you can make it even brighter. Okay. Or if you see, you can see now. And if you don't want to use that, you can also do one thing here. So in the alpha, you can make it boolean, and in the boolean you can compare, and in the compare you can make the first execution index, and this is the execution index and the b is the 0. So if you choose here the comparison type a equal to b, that means the execution will equal to the b is the 0, it will take the execution 0, so it will do the same thing. You can see the first particle is brighter, and you can do the same thing for the scale and any other thing. And then we can use velocity aligned, and then I'll take the size, and first I will just make the size to go down after 0.5, and then we can also twinkle a little bit, so we can use this scale curve and use as a sign, and then age normalized, and you can randomize this also, so maybe 1 and 2, and I will make it 1, a little bit scaling up and down. And then you can again copy and paste, and this time I will use the two curves, and my red curve, that is my x, I want to at 0 it should be 1, and at 1 it should be 0, and on the y curve it should be like in starting maybe 10, and at the point 2 it will become 1 again, and then at 1 it will make 0. So initially they will be stretched, and you can make this 0.2 maybe 0.3 like this. Okay, and if your overall effect ever looks like little desaturated and you want to make that saturate, and see the color value is full saturation, but it still doesn't look very saturated. Okay, so what you can do, you can copy your color, Control C and V, and in your color type the hue, and don't change anything, just change the saturation, maybe you can use 2. See, this whole effect is now very saturated, and we can decrease this to like 100 or maybe 10, like this. So I changed some setting extreme. So this is how you can make single emitter effect, and you can do a lot of thing in this. So I'll put my original on Patreon so you can check the exact setting because this look better than that. Okay. So that was very quick tutorial. Thanks for watching. Keep learning and bye bye.